good morning and happiest day to you, whatever time you happen to be seeing this video, my beloved, treasured, precious YouTube friends. Today is Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. This is honestly and truly among my very favorite garments that I own. I love it. Now this one is not necessarily vintage, but it certainly looks it. I love how it puffs in the back, at the top, and the belt area is so wide. This way, I think it makes it look very classic Hollywood, and I certainly love that. It's also super soft and very, very comfortable. And yeah, I have a great deal to talk with you about today. And I have a special hello list here to share. And one of them is kind of comical and kind of sad at the same time. And the story of the journey of life and how we learn as we go on. And that person jumped to the today's special hello list, even though he only posted about 8 hours ago. So that's kind of interesting. I awoke today at 5:30, and I wanted to get up at 3 and get this done before the sun came out, but the sun is starting to come out. So before it pours in here, I'll move the camera closer and get to the heart-to-heart. My family came yesterday, and wow, it was just beautiful. Not my whole family, of course, but a particular cousin and his children and his beautiful, lovely wife. And wow, that was just wonderful. And I'll get to telling you more about that. So I'm going to now bring the camera a little closer. I think I'll do this today at the piano because I want to play something for you as well. And yeah, I'll see you, as always, for me about a minute, and for you right now. So hello again, my darling friends. So as I said, I have a lot to discuss with you today, and I'm going to start with yesterday. My family came, part of my family, my cousin and his beautiful wife. They've only been married 2 years. It's his second wife. She's such an angel. Her smile just takes up her whole face, and she's so sweet and very humble. In fact, my cousin is a very humble person, and the word humble, to me, when someone is truly humble, they steal the show, in a way, because it's such a classy thing to be. It really, truly is, in my opinion. When someone is really, really humble and doesn't try to steal the show, in my opinion, they usually do. And they were just so lovely. And he sat at this piano, and I was shocked. Because I remember when we were little, he took guitar lessons. I had no idea he could play the piano, but boy, can he play the piano. And he showed my piano how it ought to be done. And that gave me inspiration. And then he listens to me practice and said, "You're doing great, Heidi." And it was very, very sweet. His children are wonderful and beautiful, and I just felt so blessed. They just came over and we just hung out. I made popcorn for the kids, and then we went to Carvel. And, it really wasn't even a very long visit. They're only in town for a short while. But what a memory. Those are the most beautiful parts of life. And, yeah, it was more fun than any nightclub or any night out. Just, well, maybe not more fun, but as fun in a different way. So, okay. Now, I wanted to talk about the special hello list, and I'm going to go from the bottom up today. Because Patrick Wenzel wrote something early this morning, but although for Patrick it could have been middle of the night or even tonight, depending on where in the world Patrick is. But I think he's around here somewhere in our country, America, because he mentioned at the bottom of his post, it had nothing to do with what he said originally. Then he says, "Publishers Clearinghouse is a scam, please be careful." Something like that. Wasn't precisely that, but it was similar to that. And that reminded me of something. And I wrote it in the reply to Patrick Wenzel. By the way, good morning, Patrick. Hello. working the graveyard shift last night, were we, Patrick? Thank you for your comment. But yeah, underneath the sweet words about my video, Patrick said about Publishers Clearinghouse being a scam. Now, I don't know how many of you remember when Ed McMahon did the commercials in the white van, but I believed it. And I used to order magazines from Publishers Clearinghouse, a lot of magazines from Publishers Clearinghouse, a lot of them. I mean, like, 10 or 11 a month came from Publishers Clearinghouse, because I truly at that time believed that they would appreciate what a great customer I was, and that I would go further on the list of potential winners. So for about 4 years, I literally, this is true, used to sit outside my house and wait on that day in April, and I don't remember what day it was. I think it was in April every year, when they would say, the bus is coming, or the van is coming, look out for the van. And I did. And my mother would be like, Heidi. But I did that. I did that for about 4 years, yes, every single year, until finally I just realized, I'm not winning, and Ed McMahon's not coming. And I gave up. So that was just a funny memory, which is also kind of sad, because I wasted a whole day every year, plus a lot of money on magazines. I didn't even, well, then again, I kind of enjoyed the magazines. I used to read them in the bathtub, if I was flying somewhere, I always brought my own magazines. It's funny, I haven't flown anywhere since 2006, and even that was a rarity. I used to fly all the time. I remember I used to go right to the standby counter, buy my ticket for cash, and hop on a plane. Sometimes, I remember when, I think it was JetBlue, it was either JetBlue or SunJet. I think it was JetBlue. It was like the first $99 plane ride, and I would get on at LaGuardia and fly down here to Fort Lauderdale, and I would bring a rotisserie chicken from the food emporium, and everyone on the plane would be jealous of me and my chicken, so I ended up sharing it with everyone sitting immediately around me. And the whole plane smelled like rotisserie chicken. But I wasn't buying, 2.5, 3 hours without food. But, then things changed. And it really wasn't even 9/11 so much that changed my flying. I became afraid of flying. It was the strangest thing. One day, I used to just jump on a plane, like I said, and I do miss these days. And I also feel sorry for younger people who will never know the joy of getting off of a plane and having your family right there at the gate. That was a thrill growing up. Go visit the family. I'd fly from Vegas to Pittsburgh to visit my family when I was very little. And I remember what a thrill it was. You'd be so excited to get out at the gate, because the minute you walked off the plane and look around, and your family would be there, hi, honey. And everyone's family was there looking for their loved ones coming off the plane. And that was a beautiful memory. I thank God that I have that memory, and I pray that someday that memory will belong to those who weren't fortunate enough to remember it when I did. I pray that someday it gets back to that, because that was truly beautiful. And yeah. So anyhow, I haven't flown because I got afraid. All of a sudden, I was just petrified. I felt like somehow hurtling through the air on a giant piece of metal wasn't natural. And I got scared of flying, and I started having nightmares about flying. Like real nightmares, thinking, like nightmares of me being on a plane that I couldn't get off of, and it was taxiing down the runway and I couldn't get off. And that was terrible. And I don't know, something in my brain just shifted, and I don't fly anymore. That's I guess I don't really care. I've been a lot of places, and I love where I live, so if I want to go anywhere, I can always hop in the car and drive, I guess. But anyhow, that's enough about that. But those of you who remember the things I just mentioned, I'm sure treasure those memories as well, because, yeah, very, very, very special, beautiful, beautiful time in our most wonderful country. So, on another note, back to the special hello list. We've got Patrick Wenzel, and yes, Patrick, I agree with you about Publishers Clearinghouse. I do. Buddy X76, Kano Makano, Ronnie Southern, and Winter Roses Music. Winter Roses Music, I went to your channel. I loved it. I really did. Very, very interesting, obscure to me, music that I very much enjoyed. So thank you, not only for your comment, but because of your comment, I went and subscribed to your channel as well. So isn't that nice? I just love making connections with you. And yeah. So my cousin was here, and boy, could he play the piano. Wow, I was truly impressed and amazed. But I've got a little something to show you. I'm not sitting in the proper piano position, and I'm not using the foot pedal, because I really just want to show you very quickly what I'm doing here. Calm I am now when I play. It's fantastic. Now I'm going to, after I do this video, I've got a video for Patreon and Only Friends. And Patreon friends, we're going to do something different today, because I'm not able or allowed to show you the things I show, some of the things. I can show you a lot, but I don't show you some of the things that I show my OnlyFans friends. So we're going to try something I think is going to be very, very, very sexy and fun. We are going to today let our imaginations run wild. Wild, that is. And I'm going to verbalize the things that I will be showing the OnlyFans friends. And sometimes I find in life that less is more. Truly. So yeah, this should be fun and exciting and interesting, and I certainly hope that my Patreon friends will agree. OnlyFans friends will. We're going to have a lot of fun as usual too. And yeah, on that note, after I do that video, those videos, then I'm going to practice for about 2 hours, and then I have a piano lesson today at 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, so that's about the size of it. I have many more tours on the list, but that doesn't come till this afternoon. And yeah, I'm going to relax today and just focus on the piano and on you, my very special friends in cyberspace, who I truly, truly love. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this little video and that you're having a wonderful day. And yeah, see you soon.